love talking to you guys all the time, but there was a point where the line had to be drawn. So I'm glad to see you all back here, but it was nice to get away from everything and just kind of be able to live my life as a normal person, enjoy things that I love to do, you know, cook, bake, be outside, go watch other sporting events, like see my family, just like be Caitlin and enjoy things that I really enjoy.
Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today we're taking a look at what's happening at the Indiana Fever's WNBA training camp, and there's already a lot of excitement. Caitlin Clark is settling in and shared her thoughts on joining the team. She's thrilled to be part of the group and especially eager to play alongside veterans like Dana Bonner. You can tell she's focused and already making her presence felt. But it's not just about Clark. Head coach Stephanie White had high praise for the whole team, calling this the strongest lineup she's ever coached. That's saying something.
Clark speaking glowingly of the personality of the team, of her new teammates. This all lends to the belief this is a cohesive unit, a group of women that get along. The Indiana Fever are ready and coming in the 2025.
So stay with us, because in this video, we're covering all the key moments, standout quotes, and behind-the-scenes updates from training camp. There's a lot to unpack, and you won't want to miss it. Let's jump in.
Because there were so many interesting things that she had to say and things that she had to say about this team. So let's check it out.
Clark talked about what feels different this time, and her perspective is really refreshing. When asked about the biggest upside of her second training camp, she didn't mention her own growth or experience. Instead, she pointed to the new vibe on the team, a fresh coach, lots of new teammates, and a renewed energy overall. She sees that as their biggest strength. Still, she was honest. It's early days, and they're all still figuring things out. No one's acting like they've nailed it after just a few practices.
What feels different for you now in second training camp compared to year one?
Well, I think the biggest benefit, you know, obviously there's the aspect of having a new coach and a lot of new teammates. So in that regard, like it's still a learning process and trying to figure your teammates out and figure out the new system. But the pace and physicality and all of that, you're used to it, you're ready for it, you're ready for the speed of how things are going to move. I think that having that under your belt is kind of what's helped me the most here. But at the same time, like it's a learning process for all of us.
This is where Clark's growth mindset really stands out. Even with all the attention on her, she's honest about still adjusting to the WNBA's pace, physicality, and speed. She's more prepared now, sure, but she knows it takes time to truly master the game at this level. What's impressive is her attitude going into this second season. She's not acting like she's got it all figured out. She's showing up ready to learn and keep improving every step of the way.
So the girls here are new players, so and the ones that have come back, you know, new coach, we're just trying to learn in the same way and build relationships with our teammates. So similar in that regard, but at the same time, you know, having a year under my belt is really helpful.
The team dynamic has totally shifted this year too. Clark brought up something that might not be obvious at first glance. Nearly the whole roster is new, so everyone's starting fresh. That means the entire team is learning and growing together, which creates a rare chance to build something from the ground up. She emphasized that it's a learning process for all of them, and the focus right now is on building strong relationships that will lead to better chemistry on the court.
She says it is going to take some time for these players to figure out each other's play styles, get to know each other on the court. It is essentially a brand new team, a brand new coaching staff. And as much as all of us have been so excited to see these players get after it on the court, because on paper, this looks like a stacked team. This team looks so much better than they were last year. There is something in basketball called chemistry, and that's something that they are going to continue to have to build.
What's interesting is that Clark isn't at all concerned that all this newness might hold them back. In fact, there's a quiet confidence in how she talks about it, as if starting from scratch could actually help them come together quicker than teams with set roles and old routines. The team has a clean slate, fresh energy, and everyone's on the same page from day one.
But with the pieces that they have, it seems like it will hopefully not take as much time as it did last season for these players to find each other and figure out each other. And Caitlin also is going into her second year. She understands the WNBA a little bit better than she did year one. It kind of smacked her.
Now, let's talk about those photos of Clark's arms that had social media buzzing. There's more to the story than just the visuals. There's real purpose behind that muscle. When asked about her physical transformation, Clark didn't dodge the question. She was clear. Strength was my biggest focus. That gives us a window into how she approached the off-season. It wasn't just about appearances. This was a smart, intentional response to what she went through during her rookie year. And when you hear her explain it, it all makes sense.
That photo of your arms go viral last month. Just how much stronger do you feel kind of coming into training?
Yeah, I mean, that was like my biggest focus in the offseason, is just trying to get stronger and really working on that. And really thankful for Sarah, our strength and conditioning coach, like put in a lot of time with me.
Didn't you get that? She specifically thanked her strength coach Sarah, revealing the consistent behind-the-scenes work that fans don't see. I feel a lot stronger, Clark added, connecting these physical gains to practical improvements in her game. She believes this new strength will benefit her both offensively and defensively, while also helping her fight through fatigue during the demanding WNBA schedule.
Photo of your arms go viral last month. Just how much stronger do you feel kind of coming into training?
Yeah, I mean, that was like my biggest focus in the offseason, is just trying to get stronger and really working on that. And really thankful for Sarah, our strength and conditioning coach, like put in a lot of time with me. And we were in here consistently. Like, I think that was the biggest thing for myself, is just having that consistency to be able to work on it for 6 months or whatever it was. So I certainly feel a lot stronger, and you know, I'm a pretty self-aware person. I knew that was going to be a huge part of it, and you know, it's going to help me offensively, it's going to help me defensively, it's going to help me not get as tired throughout games. So yeah, definitely one of the focus points of my off season is just getting stronger, and you know, even through these 2 practices, like I can certainly feel it.
The timing of Clark's physical transformation couldn't have been better. She explained that last year, she barely had a break. Going straight from college into the WNBA left her with no real chance to rest or rebuild. That's why this off-season was such a big deal for her. For the first time, she had the space to focus on her body and prepare for the demands of the league. She saw where she needed to get stronger and made a smart, focused effort to turn what may have been her biggest weakness into a strength.
That is talked about, but I don't think it's emphasized enough, is how quickly these WNBA rookies go from their college seasons into their first year in the WNBA, like Caitlin Clark did last season, like Angel Reese did last season, like Paige Beckers is going to have to do this season. When you're playing that much basketball, it is hard, like she said, to stay consistent in your strength workout, because there's a fine line between lifting to make sure that you're staying strong and protecting your body from injury.
Beyond what we see on the court, there's something really interesting about Clark's 7-month break from competitive basketball. It challenges a lot of the assumptions we have about elite athletes. When asked how it felt to go so long without playing, Clark's response really shows the mindset of a true champion in the making. You got to hear this.
What was it like going 7 months without having any basketball responsibilities, and how do you think you'll be better off this season because of a significant layoff?
Yeah, I mean, it was an adjustment for sure. Like I was so used to playing basketball for basically a year of my life. That's all I did. So the rest was certainly great. And, you know, I thought it was going to feel long. It really didn't. It felt really short.
You know how we usually assume that professional athletes are always itching to get back on the court after a break? Well, Clark turned that idea on its head when she talked about her 7 months off from competitive basketball. She shared something surprising. The time actually went by faster than she expected. Just pause and think about that for a moment. Here's someone who's had a basketball in her hands for most of her life, yet she found peace in stepping away from the game.
Played a lot of pickup. We were in here all the time. I was in here with Keith all the time. Had teammates coming in and out all off season working with me and wanting to get better. So, you know, like I said, I thought it would feel kind of long and drag a little bit, but it goes way quicker than you think. But that rest aspect for myself, just, you know, getting my body where it needed to be and really working on things that I needed to work on was super important, but I'm ready to compete.
What's even more interesting is how Clark spent that time off. While some people questioned why she wasn't playing in leagues like Unrivaled during the off-season, Clark was actually following a carefully thought-out plan. This wasn't just a random break. She was intentionally reshaping her approach to the professional game. She kept her skills sharp by playing in a few games here and there, but her main focus was on the areas of her development that often get overlooked during the busy season.
Something too with Caitlin Clark's off season, a lot of people were speculating, and even me, they were saying, how could she go an entire off season? Someone who is so obsessed with basketball, how could she go an entire off season without competing? And this was a lot of the talks when it comes to Unrivaled. And a lot of people were wondering, like, how is Caitlin Clark going to deal with this many months not doing that? And what she said here was kind of exactly what she needed: the rest, the recovery, getting in the weight room, getting stronger, being able to work on little things that for the past probably entirety of her basketball career